Max Verstappen didn't follow team orders at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Karun Chandhok has claimed Max Verstappen may have ignored team orders in a bid to establish himself as the team's number one driver. He said the Dutchman's decision to blank his team's request was putting a stake in the ground and making a stance. Verstappen was asked to let teammate Sergio Perez through on the final lap to help the Mexican secure points in his runners-up title battle with Charles Leclerc. The reigning champion's race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase begged Verstappen to slow down at the end of the final lap, but his requests were not followed. When asked why he didn't accept the order, Verstappen hit back with a passionate rant over team radio. He shouted, "I told you already last time, you guys don't ask that again to me. Okay, are we clear about that? I gave my reasons and I stand by it." After the race, Chandhok suggested Verstappen was not thinking about the rest of the team in defying the call. The former HRT and Lotus driver explained, "I think that was a racing driver thinking about himself and putting a stake in the ground of, I am the number one driver in this team. At that moment, as the driver in the cockpit, he's not thinking about all of these other factors here, so this was very much about him establishing himself as the number one driver in that team." After the race, Verstappen reiterated that he had his own reasons for not abiding by the decision. Red Bull boss Christian Horner admitted the matter had been discussed but was not drawn on the reasons behind Verstappen's call. However, Perez hit back at his teammate after the race as he stressed Verstappen had shown who he really is. Chandhok stressed Verstappen's decision was short-sighted and could backfire for the reigning champion if he needs Perez's support next year. Perez has followed team orders before as he blocked Hamilton in Abu Dhabi at the end of last season to allow Verstappen to close up. He also allowed Verstappen through at the Spanish Grand Prix earlier this season despite being in contention for victory. Chandhok added, "Honestly, I don't understand it because he's won the World Championship. I think it's a little bit short-sighted as well because you know he might need Checo's help next year in the World Championship battle. He needed him last year in Abu Dhabi. He needed him at other times this year, so for me that's a little bit of a short-sighted decision."